Hi Sagittarius, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. I'm already sort of laughing a bit because this is the third time that I'm trying to record your video, your reading. And because it is, I've already pulled, the cards are already on the table. And I don't want to start over because first of all, it was really good cards. And I don't want to mess with your, like what's going to come through because I'm having a bit of trouble getting myself straight here for some reason. I started with a coughing attack and then I got thrown off a bit, and then I just have started over a couple of times, and now I'm gonna stick to it. Okay, first of all, sorry for not uploading more content. I've been away for 3 weeks to recover. I really have not been well. A lot of upgrades in my body, some flu, some viruses, not the corona, but just overall being now back into place. There's a bit hoarseness going on in my throat still, so I do apologize in advance if I need to cough a bit or if I sound a bit restrained. Other than that, the messages would not come through if I was not ready for it, because trust me, I've tried, and it's such a... It is just a struggle. It is a pure struggle to get the message through if I'm not sort of in alignment. And I've done readings all week now and I'm good. Also, the sun is here. I won't block the sun because I just need it. We need the sun. I'm sitting here in Sweden when I record this and I need the sun. And so it will be there, but you will still be fine watching the cards. So I'm starting to record this on the Friday of the 13th. Friday the 13th for many is like, if you're superstitious, it's like a bit, woo, what's going to happen? And for me, it's just a beautiful energy. Friday and 13, all about the feminine, Venus, lucky, love, just beauty overall. But take it however it flies for you. This reading is going to be for the near future. So as for up till 2-3 weeks or stretching into like 3 months, depending on how fast you are manifesting, how safe you are to move from one place to another and so forth. So if you found this message like 5 weeks after I recorded it, it could still just be as valid if, even a year after. So anyway, I'm just going to jump in here now and start your reading. Sagittarius, the first card out, you saw it, fulfillment of wishes. Don't ask. The program reverses the cards. Long story short, that's what's happened. But I will tell you what's on the bottom, I promise. So this first card out is all about whatever there's something that you're looking forward to. There's something that you want to see happen, something that you wish. It is a wish fulfillment. So it's not let's hope for it, let's pray for it, let's visualize it a bit more, and none of that. This is fulfillment of wishes. So it's like just around the corner, if not already. Maybe when you're watching this, the thing or things that you've been wanting for quite some time maybe just arrived or maybe just happened and you're like super happy about it. If it hasn't happened yet, it's super close. It's a green border around the card, which is talking about healing, like healing a situation. So I feel like the manifestation that you want is not just that, that's just as fun and just as good. Like if you wanted to go on a vacation, or I guess a vacation could be well needed, but the feeling I get is that once this manifests, it takes a bit of relief off of you. So it's something that you've been wanting that's going to sort of help you out. Or if that is with like you've been restrained for money, or you've been restrained for time or health, or however this is manifesting, whatever's going on in your life, personally, it's going to help you out. Okay. And then we have the number 9. Number 9 for me recently, it's so interesting how, me as well can grow. Have you heard of such a thing? I'm not perfect yet. sounds a bit arrogant, but me, like, as I'm doing these readings, for most of the time, I sit here and I think that I'm just gonna, you know, have things coming through me and just tell you guys what you need to hear most right now. But what I've learned this week is that instead of saying, I always said, like, number nine stands for endings. We're ending something and we're moving into something new. And of course, with this fulfillment of wishes, you're ending something. But the number 9 also stands for, and what I've said for the longest time, is unconditional love. And I just recently learned what feels so true to me, that unconditional, I think that was through the Virgo reading, that shifted things for me. That I can't say unconditional love anymore. I can just say unconditional, because the minute that I add the word love, it is not unconditional anymore. I know what it's trying to describe, but I'm going to stick to the unconditional. So it's an unconditional situation. Like, it is not... how should I say this? Like, if you add the word love, love is the highest vibration out of all the emotions that we can feel. So love is super good. I'm not trying to say anything else. It's yummy. But it's still sort of low in terms of where the universe's point, whether universe's degree, if it even is such a thing as a degree in the universe. Outside of time, space, like, there's no... there's so much higher vibration, if that makes sense. And so it's unconditional. Like, this manifestation for me then means no matter what, if you haven't manifested this yet, no matter what, how the condition looks, like if your bank account is a bit restrained, no matter how that looks, if you're unconditional, it means that you're not bothered by the condition of your bank account, right? You can just feel how it feels when your bank account is filled. It's conditional to have a disease in your body. It's unconditional to say, I feel happy no matter what's going on in my body. I feel in alignment no matter what's going on in my body. I feel unconditional no matter what my partner is doing or not doing. We tend to say, if you do this, I love you. Or if you do this, if you're behaving well, then I'm going to like you. Or the tougher one, if you misbehave, if you're a douchebag, I'm going to not like you. That's very conditional. It's tough, but it's still conditional, right? So this speaks about being... in the meantime that you practiced, in the meantime that you've been wanting to manifest this thing that I feel now is coming to fruition, you've been practicing being unconditional. I hope it makes sense. Like you're not going to receive this thing that you want until you get that you can reach the place of... You think that the minute that you're feeling well, completely well in your body, that's when you're going to be happy. Or you think that when you're attracted to your partner, that's when you're going to feel completely satisfied. Or you think that when the money is in the bank, that's when I'm, but that is conditional. And that sort of holds things apart from you. That's what slows it down from coming. So this thing that you've been practicing is something that also has helped you to be unconditional. Like, I'm going to be happy whether my partner is here or not. I'm going to be happy whether my partner is here and they're not behaving well, very well, or thinking about themselves, or whatever it is. I'm going to feel happy whatever's going on in my body. That is a superpower to have, because that in the future will bring you everything you want, because you're no longer going to be dependent on the very thing that you want. I hope this makes sense. It is also the key to everything. Okay? moving on. That was a basic card. That was a foundation for your situation right now. That was what jumped out first. And then sort of in a little clump sum, like it all came out at the same time, which for me, I read, it's not like, yeah, this card is telling of this and this, but that this happened doesn't mean anything. No, I don't believe that at all. I believe that everything happens for a reason. Everything is symbolism. Everything could be guidance if you read into it. Because this came out like a clump sum, it is telling me that literally for some guys, it could be like the ketchup effect. Like you've been holding, let's be frank here, let's be unconditional here. You've been holding this apart from yourself, holding it apart, done something, not being happy about it, not being here, holding it apart even more. And then all of a sudden you've started to shift something, meditating more, tending to how you feel, caring about your own needs. Whatever it is that you've shifted around has allowed for everything sort of now to just, the ketchup effect. It's like you want the ketchup to come out and it doesn't come out. And then all of a sudden, like, everything comes at once. And so if this is like a huge lottery win, or you were single for 15 years, let's be a bit dramatic. What feels for like a long time for you. You were single for a long time, and all of a sudden here comes the person that 2 days later that you're gonna marry. Like they came in, and after, like, you were single for a period of 5 years, and then you meet this person, and within a year you moved in together, you got a dog together, you've mixed finances, and you or your partner is pregnant. Like that's sort of like everything comes in at once sort of type of feeling. But let's do these cards individually as well, and then see what comes out together. So number 11. Okay, sorry. I have to say, I have to put this in there because, okay, first I want to show you. So it says balance on the bottom, trust me. And then it's the number 11. For me, the number 11 stands for, it's a master number. And so, and it's, for me, it's also like a portal. It's like you're stepping through something. We're leaving something behind. And with the number 9, and that we're fulfilling wishes right now, that if it's perfectly, we're balancing it out. Whatever it has been, if you've been underpaid, if you've been sick, if you've been in shitty relationships, if you've been striving, working really hard, like it feels like you just haven't been up to par, if we talk in golf terms. You haven't been up to par, but now we're getting there. Or for some of you Sagittarius, I feel like you already are there. Like it just happened. It just fell into place for you. If not, we're talking right around the corner. Balance is being restored, and this is a black border. So black border for me is all about the universe, manifestation, bringing heaven down to earth. And with the 11, it's like stepping through a portal, leaving behind what sort of doesn't serve you anymore, and stepping into the new of the new, like stepping into whatever it was that you. It is almost like this card should come out first. Balance is restored. We're stepping through the portal, and now wishes of fulfillment is here. But it's like, it is sort of like almost vice versa for you. It's like this thing that comes in, because it gives you so much relief, it's going to be a balancing out thing after. I could preach all day about how you need to get into the state of feeling well, feeling balanced before balance can sort of come into your life, if that makes sense. Like whatever's going on the internal is gonna happen on the outer side. Not other, but outer. But this is like you've got such strong momentum. You've wanted this for so long. It's like you're what do you say? You're exceeding, like you're going above what almost is what we would consider the norm, or would consider normal. Because I feel like you're manifesting something first, and that allows you to bring in the balance. Okay? And you've done something right. You have shifted something. We're not down and out anymore. It's like you're so on track here, and so beautiful things are coming in. I'm going to compare this to, you probably heard this story many, many times, but a mother who is like in a car crash and her child is ending up like underneath the car. And because it's no question in her mind, she does not care whether she has the strength to lift that car up or not. Her focus is just to get her child out from underneath the car. And so she lifts the car up and picks the baby out from underneath it. And that we would call that her will is, I'm sorry if I'm using this word wrong, is exceeding. Her will is triumphing. Her will is stronger than her belief in that moment. Does that make sense? So I could believe that I could have a wanting that I want more money. I could have an illness in my body and I want to be well. But my belief system says it's not going to happen. They said it was, this is chronic. I'm going to have this for the rest of my life, or I would believe that I need to shift so much in my life if I'm supposed to improve my finances. So it's not going to, it's not going to happen in the near future. So you have one will and then you have another belief, right? But in that mother with the car, she had one will just to get her baby out. And the belief system normally would be, I can't lift the car. If you asked me to lift the car on a normal day, I would say, I don't have the strength to do it. But here the will succeed. Drop the words. Here the will triumphs the belief. And that's what I feel like you've done. It's like you normally would have the belief that, money, this kind of money that you're asking for, how is it supposed to come about? The belief system says it won't. But the will to get it and the will to move on or move past the situation that you're in is so strong that you're lifting the car up and getting the baby out, whether the belief system is in on it or not. So we're doing it this way. We're like, screw whatever order it's supposed to come in. I'm getting my wish fulfilled, and then we can talk about balance. And take whatever is going on in your life. It's a general reading, so it's so tough to there can probably be 15 stories. So it doesn't just have to be health or finances. It is something that you want to the degree that it triumphs your belief system. So you will actually attract something that you normally would consider you never would believe could happen. It is happening because the momentum is a snowball effect. The small snowball, and it rolls down the hill, and it becomes bigger and bigger, and also becomes faster and faster. So try to stand in front of that. It's not a snowball anymore. It's a snow earth of the size of, large. And the momentum, the speed is so fast that you can't hinder it now. You can't stop it. You can't stop it with all the negative thoughts in the world. You can't stop it because it has picked up so much speed. So take that to heart. If you're sitting here saying, I want so much to believe that what you're saying right now to me, person over there, excuse me, is the truth, because this thing that I want it so bad. But the thing is, guys, you don't have to have the belief. Your wanting is so strong. So just keep doing what you're doing and watch what will happen. Okay? Do I want to say anything more about this? No. Moving on. We had the number 6. Number 6 for me stands for there is something about that 9 there with that 6, because it's the same. We have the number 6. Number 6 for me stands for the whole love, like the love for yourself. If it was the number 2, I would say this is a romantic love. But this is the whole love. It's like the love for the self, for you, for your total self. And on the bottom it says memories of love. So it is something about it's something about remembering what it was when you were, this might sound a bit harsh, but stay with me. Remembering what it was like when you were kind to yourself. I hope that makes sense. Memories of love. Feeling that, like, don't pushing yourself to the very end of things, not giving so much of yourself. I mean, it's a true act of kindness for other people, but to the point where there's no love left for you, right? And this whole card is about the self-love, the whole love for yourself. And with the green border again, we're healing something. It's not something, I don't feel like something is broken. I don't feel like something is so out of sorts that we need to healing it. We need to heal it. But I do feel like there's something about still learning to care enough for yourself that you don't put others before yourself. And it's like we're getting there now. You're getting the balance back. We're manifesting things. You're doing things differently. That is really a testament to the universe that you do care about you. You're doing things slightly differently in terms of prioritize yourself. Maybe not all the way, but at least you've started it, and that is enough. To start it is enough. And the only thing I want to say about these lights here, maybe they mean something else for you, but is that we're holding the light. We're shining a light on the situation, and we're holding the light. It's not like we're not can you say that? Not control over this situation. You've started to take control over it more and more and more. We're shining a light on it, okay? And then when I look at, like, when they're individually, like, laying next to each other, it's the green border for both the cards, and one is number 9 and one is number 6. And it's like we can reverse, so this can become a 6 and this can become a 9. And I feel with the unconditional situation, I guess it plays in really beautiful now when I picked up what wanted to come through with the unconditional situation. You're not conditional, you're not conditioned to not pick up the card because you're conditioned to think that you can't pick it up. It makes even more sense now that it's like you do not care what's in front of you. You don't care how the situation looks. This is what I want. It's a very unconditional thing. It becomes clear. I hope you get what I just got. So there's something about shifting the whole love for yourself and be unconditional, and then be unconditional and start to feel more love for yourself. It's like a dance in between those two, I feel, with the beautiful portal in the middle. Yeah, okay. Moving on. We have the number 4. It's a spiritual board. It's a purple border, and that talks about spirituality for me. And on the bottom it says foundation and achievements. And it's pretty much the same as the first card, fulfillment of wishes. It's sort of in the same family, but it's in the family of your spiritual life. It's like you've reached this place of this is a little family standing sort of, I mean, it looks like a barn, but it also looks like a church to me. So it's like something about you coming home in your spirituality, awakening things within yourself that feels really authentic, that feels like you've come upon a path that feels really at home for you. And with the number 4, it's all about the heart and the energy center around your heart as well. But it's like a foundation. It speaks about a foundation with the number 4, that you've laid the foundational ground, the foundation, the basis for your spiritual path, for your spiritual awakening. Okay? And you're achieving something here. You're understanding something here. And with the rainbow on top of it, for me, the rainbow speaks about when every energy center in your body is in alignment. So there is, there might be some sort of practice that you're doing. And when you're doing that practice, it's like the whole of you is just in pure alignment. There's no question. There's no out of balance. There's no love for yourself. There's just complete love for yourself. So there seems to be something that you're doing that makes you feel at home and have achieved this state of being, achieved this state of spirituality that really is helping you right now. And it's sort of I love that, like, one is fulfillment of wishes and it's sort of feels very material, and the other side sort of meets that with, yes, it's yet another achievement, but it's on the spiritual side. It's like what's going on on the inside. It's really beautiful. Where did I leave that deck? Let me get some more information about the situation for the Sagittarius. You're on a really good path. And even though, I don't know, even though the romantic type of love hasn't come out here, this is very focused on you and your path and what you're manifesting right now. I feel a relationship here. And I've been almost wanting to talk about it a couple of times. So I just want to say that to you. So let's see what comes out. As a final thing for the Sagittarius. And then I will go into the extended and just I think I will go into this achievement like in the spiritual, and then also looking more to the fulfillment of wishes. And then whatever wants to come out extra. That is way too many cards. Okay, stick to the now reading. It's like a whole bunch wants to come. So yet again, okay, that will be my final thing for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards. Like there was no way I'm going to do 12 cards. But that just wants to come out like a little group setting again. That is yet like a second time it wants to come out all at once. So it's like I feel with the ebb and flow, it's like ebb, flow. Snowball effect, and everything will just, it's like it will burst into your life Whether that is a person just they have arrived in your life, or you have arrived in somebody's life because you just feel it, or this is, I don't know, I shouldn't label it because it's a general reading. So whatever this is, it will have a catch-up effect. It will just continue to do what you're doing, because you might not see too much evidence of it. You should, but it might be like on a more subtle. For the awakened, you really see it and you feel it. You feel like it's coming. But on the like outer surface, if you look into the outer world, in the reality world, it might look like, well, but I'm still in the same place and I'm still single and I'm still whatever that is. Just keep doing what you're doing, because it all will just come in at once. Okay? I hope it helps and uplifts you guys, and I will go into the extended and see what else comes out. So if it feels right, like it resonates with you, come to the extended. If not, come back in a week if you want to. Take care, guys. Bye. Happy Friday the 13th.